Sadhbh is a captivating and tragic figure in Irish mythology, a character whose story intertwines love, loss, magic, and transformation. Best known as the wife of Fionn mac Cumhaill and the mother of the legendary hero Oisín, Sadhbh's tale represents the struggle between the human and the supernatural, as well as the theme of fate's inescapable power. Sadhbh's story begins with a cruel twist of fate. She was originally a beautiful woman, living a peaceful life, until she became the victim of the dark magic of Fer Doirich, a druid who sought to claim her. In different versions of the myth, Fer Doirich's motives vary, but a common theme is that he sought Sadhbh's love and was rejected. In his anger and frustration, he cursed her, transforming her into a deer. As a deer, Sadhbh wandered the forests of Ireland, forever marked by the spell that kept her from regaining her human form unless she found a place untouched by the druid's magic. This tragic curse set the stage for the turning point in Sadhbh's life. She wandered the wilds of Ireland for what seemed like an eternity, until fate led her into the realm of Fionn mac Cumhaill. Fionn, a renowned warrior and leader of the Fianna, was out hunting when he encountered the deer who, unbeknownst to him, was actually Sadhbh in her enchanted form. Fionn's magical hounds, Bran and Sealang, who had once been human, recognized Sadhbh's true nature and protected her rather than attacking. Understanding that the creature was no ordinary deer, Fionn took her into his care, and it was through his power and compassion that the curse was lifted. Sadhbh was restored to her human form, and the two soon fell deeply in love. Sadhbh became Fionn's wife, and they lived a brief but joyful life together, awaiting the birth of their child, Oisín. However, their happiness was short-lived, as Fer Doirich, determined to reclaim Sadhbh, returned to their lives. The druid used his magic once again, this time deceiving Sadhbh by transforming into Fionn. He tricked her into leaving their home, and when she stepped outside, the magic took hold, and she was transformed back into a deer. This time, no matter how much Fionn searched for her, he could not find her, and she vanished back into the wilds. Despite Fionn's relentless search, Sadhbh remained lost, and the story takes a bittersweet turn when Fionn discovers their son, Oisín, living among the wild deer. Raised by the animals and inheriting both the strength of his father and the grace of his mother, Oisín becomes a mighty warrior and poet in his own right. He joins the Fianna, becoming one of the most celebrated figures in Irish myth. While Oisín's legacy lives on, Sadhbh's absence serves as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of happiness and the tragic consequences of fate. Sadhbh's tale is rich with themes of transformation, the eternal struggle between the mortal and supernatural realms, and the unyielding power of fate. Her transformation into a deer represents not just a loss of human form, but also a severing of ties with her family and life. Though she briefly regains her human form and experiences love with Fionn, her story ultimately reflects the impermanence of happiness in the face of forces beyond mortal control. Her tale also reflects a recurring theme in Celtic mythology: the vulnerability of women to the whims of magic and fate. Sadhbh, while a central figure in the story, is subjected to forces that she cannot control. Though she is strong, beautiful, and deeply loved, she is also a victim of magical powers that repeatedly transform and separate her from her family. This pattern echoes the themes found in other Celtic myths, where women, often goddesses or magical beings, are both powerful and vulnerable. In a larger sense, Sadhbh embodies the duality of magic in Celtic folklore. Magic can bring beauty and love, but it can also lead to loss, sorrow, and tragedy. Her story captures the bittersweet nature of love and the deep connection between the human and the supernatural. Even though Sadhbh is lost to Fionn and her son, her legacy lives on through Oisín, whose life and exploits carry the memory of his mother. She is a symbol of the cyclical nature of life and the inescapable pull of fate. Sadhbh's myth also touches on the power of connection with the natural world. When she is transformed into a deer, she is still deeply connected to the land and the animals of the wild. Her life as a deer is not one of complete isolation, but rather a deep immersion in the rhythms of nature. When Oisín is born, he too carries that connection, as he is raised by the wild animals of the forest, further solidifying the bond between Sadhbh and the natural world. In conclusion, Sadhbh's story is one of the many in Irish mythology that deals with love, loss, transformation, and fate. Her life as both a human and a magical being highlights the ways in which the mortal world and the supernatural realm are inextricably linked. She embodies the themes of impermanence, the struggle between human desires and magical forces, and the power of family and legacy. Though her tale is one of sorrow, it is also one of beauty, as her son Oisín carries her memory and strength forward. Sadhbh's myth continues to resonate today as a poignant reminder of the power of love, the inevitability of fate, and the transformative nature of magic.